Imagine this scenario. It's Friday night, 8 p.m. when your management company's phone rings, a tenant's calling in panic. Water's shooting out from under my kitchen sink. I don't know where it's coming from or how to stop it. Your on-call staff member rushes out there only to discover it's a simple disconnected supply line. The tenant could have easily turned that off. And not only that, it's the landlord's responsibility for whoever owns that unit. Now you got a real problem on your hands. The owner's upset because they weren't notified first and they're refusing to pay the after-hours service call. Meanwhile, your maintenance staff spent half their Friday evening handling something that wasn't even an association responsibility in the first place. We see this kind of situation play out all the time, and it highlights a boundary issue that so many associations struggle with. The way we handle maintenance requests isn't just about fixing problems. It's really about maintaining clear lines of responsibility between unit owners, their tenants, and the association. Today, we're going to talk about something that we see happening in too many communities, accepting maintenance requests directly from tenants instead of requiring them to go through their unit owner landlords first. This might seem like a small thing, but it creates big problems. Let's be honest about something fundamental here. Your association's relationship is with the unit owners, not their tenants. When owners decide to rent out their units, they take on all the responsibilities of being a landlord, and those responsibilities can't just be handed off to the association. This is where condos are completely different from apartment complexes. In an apartment complex, the property management and ownership are all unified, but in our world, condominium associations, we have this three-tier structure: the association, individual unit owners, and sometimes their tenants. This distinction really matters. When a tenant rents from a unit owner, their contract is with that unit owner, not your association. But when you start to accept direct requests from tenants, you're essentially creating an implied responsibility that legally and financially shouldn't be yours. It blurs the lines about who's actually responsible for what. When your association responds to tenant requests, you're stepping into a liability trap. Think about what happens when you respond to a tenant's call about a leak, only to find out it's from their own negligence. Maybe a toilet knocked off its wax ring. Maybe too much organics stuffed down a toilet. Or shower caulking they neglected to maintain, or their unit owner neglected to maintain. Once your maintenance staff gets involved, you've already implicitly accepted some level of responsibility. If the owner later disputes the charge, you're stuck in the middle as an association. This is a disagreement you never needed to be a part of in the first place. And don't be fooled by those tenant acknowledgment forms either. Many associations require written verification that landlords have given their tenants copies of your association's governing documents. But be realistic. Tenants rarely read those documents thoroughly, and even if they do, they don't often fully understand what they mean. They're temporary residents. Their investment in understanding your association's governance is minimal at best. Those signed acknowledgement forms look great on paper, but they provide very little protection when real problems arise. For those boards that tell their management companies to take requests directly from tenants, whether it's for maintenance work, replacement pool fobs, or other services, I want to be straight with you. You're essentially turning your condominium association into a defective apartment complex. The key difference is that apartment complexes are built with a unified ownership and management structure, with systems and staff specifically designed to handle tenant needs directly. Condominium associations simply aren't structured this way, and they really shouldn't try to be. This problem gets much worse as your tenant population grows. Communities with high percentage of non-owner residents quickly find their management resources swamped with tenant requests for issues that really should be landlord responsibilities. Examples: lost key fobs and access cards, appliance failures inside units, basic plumbing issues like clogged toilets, complaints about neighbors, questions about lease terms. Should I go on? Every one of these directs your association's resources away from what you should be focusing on: maintaining common elements and protecting the community's collective interests. The solution isn't complicated, but it does require consistent enforcement. Establish a clear policy that all requests must come directly from unit owners or their designated property managers, never from tenants. This policy should be formally adopted by your board, clearly communicated to all unit owners with an explanation of why it matters, reinforced whenever owners notify you or your management company about new tenants, and it should be clearly spelled out in your owner's handbooks on your association's website. When tenants do call your management company, its staff should be properly trained to politely explain, I understand your concern, but your community's policy requires that all requests come from your unit owner. Please contact your landlord directly, and they can reach out to us if association assistance is needed. This isn't about providing poor service. It's about making sure that the proper channels of communication and responsibility are maintained. For true emergencies that clearly affect common elements like major water leaks that might damage multiple units, you can make exceptions, but the unit owner should still be notified right away that their tenant called. Maintaining clear boundaries between owner and association's responsibilities isn't just about avoiding headaches. It's about protecting the financial and legal interests of your association and its members. By requiring maintenance requests to flow through the proper channels from tenant to owner to association, you ensure that owners stay actively involved in managing their investment properties, association resources are properly allocated to legitimate association responsibilities, liability stays where it contractually belongs, and costs for unit-specific issues go to the right people. When you blur these lines of responsibility, you're not doing anyone any favors, not the owners, not the association, not even the tenants in the long run. Clear boundaries create better functioning communities where everyone understands their roles and responsibilities. That's how we build stronger, more effective associations that truly serve the interest of all property owners. If you found this perspective valuable, we invite you to connect with us. Facebook viewers, like our page and follow us for regular updates. Feel free to message us directly with your questions or community challenges. Instagram viewers, hit follow and feel free to DM us with your questions or community challenges. YouTube viewers, subscribe to our channel and check out the video description for helpful links. Visit our website to discover our thought leadership content, books, and resources that can transform your community management approach. Whether you're dealing with the challenges we discussed today or other community issues, we're here to help. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.